So this episode of SmackDown begins with AJ Styles going in the back and basically gloating about his win of, over John Cena at Summerslam, which was a great win. Congratulations to AJ Styles. And he beat Cena clean. So, again, hell, that means that he should be the #1 contender for the WWE World Championship. Simple as that. And more on that in a bit. But Dolph Ziggler was also there, and the brawl insisted because he got in the Dolph Ziggler's face, even though Dolph Ziggler was face down and shit. And, Dolph is disappointing. Yeah, he came this close, or maybe this close, to beating Dean Ambrose. But didn't get the job done, so, yeah. So a brawl insists because Dolph takes it personally. AJ is like, yes, I'm the new face that runs the place because I beat John Cena. He even had the never give up armband on, which was, symbolic because John Cena left it in the ring. But anyway, after that brawl insists, I've already made videos about this, but there are new championships. There are the new SmackDown Tag Team Championship belts and the new Women's Championship for SmackDown and their brand. I applaud them for having championships there. No doubt about that. They need it because they're trying to establish themselves as a show again. Just like when we had the brand splits and shit like that before. The problem I have are the designs of the belts. It was basically copy-paste with a little bit of change, and they just went the lazy route with these titles. I mean, if you haven't seen my video on the new SmackDown tag belts and the new women's belt for SmackDown brand, go watch them and leave comments. I want to know your opinions because I laid my opinions out there. But this video, I'm not going to spend too much time on those because I've made those videos. Yeah, but those belts suck. Those belts suck. Okay. All right. So, there's going to be a tag team tournament for the tag team belts, and there's going to be a 6-pack women's challenge for the women's championship at WWE Backlash, a SmackDown pay-per-view. So, yeah, they're going to be splitting pay-per-views again, and I guess they're going to come together on the big pay-per-views like WrestleMania, Royal Rumble, SummerSlam, Survivor Series, Night of Champions, maybe Hell in a Cell, and so on. So, yeah. And the tag team tournament actually began with SmackDown. The women's, the women's matches and whatever happened with the women didn't really mean anything because of the 6-pack challenge that's going to be at the pay-per-view. So whatever happens with the women tonight, it didn't really phase anything in the women's division. So it was just not a waste of time. I can understand they're trying to hype up, and I can understand they're trying to build feuds still. But it really didn't mean anything. So you have Heath Slater come out and says that, hey, he wants to be a part of that shit too. Kind of funny that they actually thought that he was talking about the women's title, even though he did glass upon it and talk about he wanted to be like Michael Phelps and get some gold. So, Heath Slater, basically for the night, he has to run around and find a tag team partner, and at that, he has to find a partner, and he has to win the fucking tournament in order to get a fucking contract, which is kind of because it's like, okay, he must become tag team champion in order to have a fucking job with a partner. That's funny. So I'm calling it right now. Slater and his partner versus American Alpha in the finals. That's what I'm calling right now. But anyway, they lay that stipulation out to Heath Slater, Daniel Bryan, and Shane McMahon, and he just rolls and tries to find a fucking partner. In the meanwhile, AJ Styles is rushing to the ring, pissed off because of the Dolph Ziggler attack, and says once again he's the face that runs the place, and Dolph Ziggler attacks him again. So a brawl ensues. They break it up, and yeah, so that's the way the show starts up. Many different segments in order to lead on to the show with new championships, new feuds, and possibly a new #1 contenders match, which it ended up being. So you have that, and Becky versus Alexa Bliss. Good job by making Becky win this match and making her look solid so we can fucking take her seriously. She is the top pick to win this new women's championship. She is. And to bring in a new era and to establish someone, Becky is the best choice as of right now. The worst choice is Nikki fucking Bella. She better not fucking win that belt because it wouldn't make any sense at all. But anyway, after Becky beats Alexa, you had a backstage segment between Heath Slater asking The Miz on being his tag team partner. Now, The Miz was on the phone because he had a Bluetooth on, totally ignoring Heath Slater. And no, I understand, but this is fake. Miz claimed that he was on the phone with Steven Spielberg. No, Miz as Indiana Jones. No, just fuck no. Okay, no, that'll be worse than Ghostbusters remake. Don't do that. I know that's just kidding, but fuck that if that happens. So, the Usos against the Ascension. Oh, Jesus. The Ascension against the Usos. Do you want to know who won this one? When is the last time Ascension actually won something? Have they won something in WWE besides NXT? Fuck that. Usos win and advance in the tournament. So, AJ Styles comes out and he brags about beating John Cena, which we all knew that he would. Again, congratulations to AJ Styles. But during his bragging, Dolph Ziggler tries to come out again, and that's when the match was made between them two later on in the night. The funniest thing about that match is it's going to be a one-on-one match, and the stipulations that Daniel Bryan put out was like, okay, AJ, if you win, you are the number one contender. Dolph, if you win, it'll be a triple threat. And it's like, wait. So one has to win in order for there to be a match, and the other has to win to be a triple threat? Okay. So if no one would have won the match, Dean wouldn't have had an opponent. Okay, fine. So, Carmella versus Nikki Bella didn't take place because Carmella decided to beat Nikki's ass. Don't try to make Nikki the fucking underdog. It's not going to fucking work because we don't fucking care. I'm surprised that she even got a pop at SummerSlam when she came out. I didn't. I was like, Nikki Bella, no. Understand she came back from a career-threatening injury. I understand that. But in my opinion, no. No to Nikki Bella, and she better not get that fucking title. She better not be the first ever women's champion on SmackDown. No, fuck that. That better not fucking happen, or I'll be grandly upset. So, Randy Orton comes out with a walk of shame, which we all expected. He pointed at the staples. He said he knew he was getting into. He would have rather ended the match on a stretcher than the way it did, with him being bloodied up and getting his ass whooped and he can't move due to that beast. Bray Wyatt interrupts. Now, okay, that starts. Bray Wyatt calls Randy just a man while Bray is a god. And now the mind games begin, and now the feud begins between Randy and Bray. Shane McMahon talked about Brock Lesnar, and he said that they're not done, they're not finished. And he mentions that Stephanie McMahon fined Brock Lesnar an eye-popping $500. Funny. So, of course, not taking that seriously. Yeah, Steph is not taking that seriously. $500. That's funny. So Heath Slater, still partner, honey, actually goes to Arn Anderson, Double A. On a side note, it's a damn shame that Arn Anderson was never fucking world champion. That's just a damn shame to me. He should have held that at least once. I feel that Arn Anderson should have. But, back on point. Arn Anderson turns him down, and Heath was like, you're my last hope. He's like, last? Why didn't you come to me first? I thought that was pretty funny. And Arn Anderson's been retired for quite some time. And then he gets an answer. He gets his prayers answered. Rhino is going to team up with Heath Slater. Are they going to get tag team gold? Because if they don't, Heath Slater doesn't have a job. So, I don't know what to think about that at this point. Anyway, speaking of tag teams, America Alpha beat Breezango. Duh. Again, why would Breezango eliminate American Alpha, a.k.a. the world's greatest tag team remix? It wouldn't have fucking worked. The tag team championship tournament would have been just a farce and null and void if that fucking would have happened. So, yeah. So Ambrose comes out and commentates for the main event, which is AJ Styles versus Dolph Ziggler. Pretty entertaining match with AJ Styles winning. So 1-on-1 at Backlash, it will be Dean Ambrose versus AJ Styles. Is this the time for AJ Styles to get the championship? I think it is. Dean Ambrose is established. AJ Styles just beat John Cena. It wouldn't make any sense, in my opinion, for AJ Styles not to beat Dean Ambrose. More on that in the coming weeks. So on this SmackDown, you have a new #1 contender established, and you have new nickel belts, and you have a new women's belt that basically piggyback the design on the other fucking belts that already fucking exist. Why didn't they just go to other styles of belts or create a new belt altogether? Why did they have to just piggyback off the existing belts and just repaint? Okay, I said I'm not going to go into that. So, at Backlash, new tag team champions will be crowned and a new women's champion will be crowned. I've overheard a rumor that the Cruiserweight belt is going to be the same damn W's and just say Cruiserweight champion at the bottom. And an orange swish. Oh, God, please don't fucking do that. But I will say that for a later video. These belts suck. These belts suck. And it sucks. Drop kicks by Sams. Throw motherfuckers over the top rope. Both feet hitting the floor. Yes, I'm a wrestling fan. This is the theme, and I'll see you later. Credits.